I'm Martin Wells. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in December 2007. I had a radical prostatectomy 3 months after that in 2008. If I had to guess why it's difficult for people to talk about sex in Britain, and I can only talk about myself on this, but I can see parallels with other people. And I remember whenever anything of a sexual nature was broadcast on the television, my mom would curl up into a ball and go, "Oh my God, that's disgusting." So I grew up thinking sex was really dirty.
Hello, my name is Denton Wilson. I had prostate cancer when I was 42 years old. When I was younger, I was sexually active. I had a girlfriend and we had a little son. We was wanting to have more children. All that kind of just went out of the window, really. Because how I was feeling as a man, I felt less than a man. And I felt kind of sorry for her in a sense. And I kind of made it difficult for her by actually pushing her into another man's arm.
This is the Sunday Forum on Gauge with me, Andrew Edwards. We're thinking about prostate cancer today. I'm joined by Martin Wells, who's a gay man living with prostate cancer and the chair of a support group out with prostate cancer. You've been living with this for 8 years. I guess you must have gone through various reactions, but what was your reaction when you first heard about what was going to have to happen to you?
What I discovered was what it's like to be a man. Actually, I didn't realise how testosterone ruled my life. I thought I was in charge of me. Testosterone was in charge of me. So when I was deprived of testosterone for 2 years, it's like, wow, I had this little pink tube I weed out of, and it didn't do anything else. Now, before that, I would have thought, oh my God, I'm going to die if I can't be a man. When I was the other side of it, I said to myself, if I don't get my head round this, my head will kill me before the prostate cancer.
That came across in Richie's interview.
I just could not cope. I could not see me functioning as a man in this world. And what I actually did was actually start getting involved with exercise. And that was my kind of release. I compete in bodybuilding competition up and down the country under the auspices of the Super Body gym here in Royston. And I've done quite well in competitions. I've been #1 in Britain a few times and came fourth in the world as a natural bodybuilder.
After I had the operation, the cut, as it were, was getting healed. And somebody said, you can have an orgasm, Martin, but you can't ejaculate. It's like, whoa, I'd never understood that before. And I was in the shower and I thought I'd try it. So I tried, I was thinking, I'll just see if I can have a wank. And my dick didn't get hard, but after a while, I started to get that feeling like, oh my God, I think I can have an orgasm coming here. And some of the things that came into my mind was, I still had all my stitches in. And I thought, wow, what if I sort of go into that spasm mode and all my stitches burst? And I thought, well, sod it, I'll go for it. So I went for it and I did have an orgasm, and it was like, wow, I can have an orgasm without ejaculating, and my cock wasn't hard. Afterwards, I got out of the shower, dried myself, and I text my urology nurse to say, hey, Debbie, I've just had a wank, it's fantastic. And she sent me a text back saying, you're the only person who's ever sent me a text like that.
Every time I wanted to get close to a woman, it didn't happen. I spoke to my doctor. They talked about having an injected pellet into your penis to give you an hardness. I thought, no way. They talk about giving me Viagra, and then they talk about the pump. And I thought the pump was something that I could probably work with. I kind of create certain scenarios that was going on in my head, and I'm thinking, well, if I get a girl back to my flat, and then she was saying, well, she was ready, I will say to her, you sit on the bed and just hold on a minute, and I'll just get the pump, put the pump on, and I'm pumping away. The time for sex would have gone. And I decided that the only way I can actually achieve this is by thinking more positive about wanting to have sex. And that's basically what I did. I did exercise. I did all the pelvic floor exercise and all the other exercise to try and get my erection going. The woman that came into my life, I was so nervous. It was like the first time I was going to have sex, and it was so scary. And eventually it was happening. And from that, I decided do a lot more exercise, get myself thinking more positive that you can have sex, because I thought I couldn't have sex.
I hope from this workshop you'll be able to open yourselves up and help me and us capture some information about how we can talk about sex when we actually mean, this is what I mean when I'm talking about sex with you. So there's me in my vulnerability. I'm actually going to communicate to other people, hey, I can't get erections, I can't ejaculate, all the bits I've relied on as a man don't work anymore, and can you support me and have conversations about that? Now, my experience of being in the changing rooms at the local leisure centre is, blokes don't go, how's your cock working now, Martin? If I've had throat cancer, a friend of mine's dad had throat cancer, continuously it's, how you doing, Dave? How's your speech therapy going? How did your operation go? Whereas it's like, oh hi Martin, how you doing? That's about as much as I get. Not, how's your ejaculation problem going? How's your erection problem going? Are you having sex regularly? That type of conversation doesn't happen. Now, for me to get my needs met, I need to be seen, I need to push, I need to be vulnerable in a smart way, not let me stand in the front of a room and go, oh hi, I can't get an erection. It's like, that might not be appropriate. Please turn your sheet of paper over and write the word sex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the left-hand side, and what sex means for you. One word against each number.
What is your name?
My name is Denton Wilson.
What's your act?
Natural bodybuilding and robotics combined.
Okay.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
He's 53, you know.
I went on Britain's Got Talent was in order to promote the awareness of prostate cancer. But when I went in there, I didn't let them know that I had cancer. I just wanted to actually prove to people that you can actually fight cancer and not to rely on kind of people feeling sorry for you. I wanted to achieve a certain status and then hit them with it to say that, did you know that I have prostate cancer? And that would actually explore in a bigger way. So people will then be encouraged that there's life after prostate cancer.
I'm going to say yes, Denton. I liked you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to say yes.
The message that I would want really is to have more awareness, because at that particular time in my life there was no awareness regarding prostate cancer. I didn't know what prostate cancer was. It was when my dad died I decided to get myself checked out. It took a death for me to know about prostate cancer.
If I went back and talked to me 7 years ago, this is your prostate cancer, Martin, not anybody else's, even though 10,000 other people might be defined as having prostate cancer. I'm the only person with my prostate cancer. And see if you can learn from that journey as well.
I was walking down the street minding my own business, not causing any fuss. Then all of a sudden I was jumped upon by some hooligans. They were calling me this, they were calling me that. So man is black. What's wrong with that? Go swing upon a tree, one of them did say. So I stepped back in dismay. I said, I'm a human being just like you. Can't we be friends and let man pass through? Them laugh. They said, prove to me that you're human. I said, I am built like you. 2 arms, 2 legs, a head. God made these things that I have said. We're different in visual appearance, but we're all from the same parents. Brothers and sisters are we on this earth, because this is the place of our birth. We should live in peace and harmony, not hate each other like enemies. I am black, you are white. Together we should unite. Then there should be no more fight. So unity as human beings is strength. We've got disease to fight, this cancer, and we can't fight it in isolation, but together we can beat this. Thank you.